I know. I'm at Crocious again. I am here way too often. So we're 27 hours dry at this point. We are going to keep farming out Crocious when we want to take little breaks, but the goal is still to max. So we are going to be doing a ton of skilling this week, and we are going to become a archaeology master. Now, the goal is 99 archaeology. We just finished up Fire Grind. We now have a high invention level, so we're going to try and perk out our Madoc, and then we're also going to be going for all the different relics. We're going to try and get all the ones up to 99, so that way once we reach 99, we'll probably take a break from this for a while, and then once we're done maxing, we'll come back and do post 99 archaeology grinds for Trim Masterwork Spear and Inquisitor Staff and all that good stuff. Now, a lot of people have asked me what my plan for archaeology is, so I'll do Bandos, and then I'll also intermittently, when I get a level to unlock a new spot, I'll go and finish that spot out, whether I need them for the relic or for a collection log. We'll hand in all of those, get all the crow notes, and then continue on our journey. Now, the closest thing that we are going to be unlocking soon is at level 90. We get the Cosmic Accumulator. I don't think it's much better than Cosmic Pyramid for what we're going to be doing, but it's going to be nice if we are going to be paying attention. I am going to be treating this as an AFK skill as much as possible, and that's great with the Cosmic Accumulator because essentially all it does is it keeps your spirit time sprite above 0%, which gives you a 10% bonus XP to archaeology XP. Also, quite obviously, I am still going to be going for a Crocious piece. I want the core hammer. I'm going to keep saying it, and we're going to manifest a core hammer. The core hammer is going to be so huge for our mining and smithing grinds, so I just want to get that out of the way as much as possible. We've been training wood cutting while we're here at Crocious, so I'm very happy with that, as well as getting some fishing XP on the side, and of course mining XP, which we will probably cap out when we do the 99 smithing grind. But please, send me your prayers. All I want is this stupid hammer. Thank you. It feels so weird to be back at archaeology. I did such a nice grind. I think the archaeology competition really brought out a good side of me for this account, and like being challenged against other players to try and race to see who gets the most amount of XP really is my kind of style. So I just want to thank my clan for motivating me to get to 85 because that's the hardest part of archaeology. Because if you don't know, post 76 archaeology, you're mad chilling. The XP rates are incredible. The caches aren't bad. We've got our Grace of the Elves. We've got Porters. We've got a high level Madoc. Like everything's going to be super chill. I also just want to say, I love the fact that archaeology does such a good job of tying so many things together. Like the fact that I'm making these weapon poisons in order to make an artifact takes a obsolete item and brings it back into the game for the reason of leveling up a skill. I think it also does a really good job as an item sync. Its rewards are very rewarding to all different kinds of players, and it's a pretty freaking cool skill. So if like I was on any skills team, it would be Team Archaeology. Like Team Invention is like a close second, but Team Archaeology, we're out here cheering for you. Way to be. I love this skill. Anyway, so we are currently finishing up our first round of Green Gobbo Goodos at level 86 here. So we can actually finish off the collection at level 83, but we essentially have built up a whole bunch of these relics, and then I just haven't made the level 83s. So we are collecting all these dragon scales to make weapon poisons, and then we're going to take those weapon poisons and make the battle standards. I think there's an item for the stink grenade as well. And then we'll be able to hand in a bunch of those in order to get Tetris compasses, and then we'll go run some Tetras. Now, I know it's definitely better to do Tetras at a higher level, but I think I'm going to appreciate having the materials a little bit more rather than the higher level XP. I don't know if I'm going to do Tetras all the way to 99. I might. I've considered doing it, and it's a way I've done it before. But my only concern with that is that Tetras at a higher level, if I'm going to be doing post 99 XP, I am going to want to save those. So we'll play it by ear, and we'll see, if it's taking a really long time, we'll do a whole bunch of Tetras. That's not an issue. But typically having to collect all of that extra materials in order to make the Tetris compasses kind of evens it out. So we'll see about that. One thing that you've got to love about higher level archaeology is that you get complete tomes so much more often. So pretty much every time we go and collect materials, we get 1, 2, maybe even 3. That's pretty freaking crazy, and I am incredibly happy about it. Just finishing up our last inventory of the standards. We are about to go hand those in, but 87 archaeology. Nothing special unlocked, but this will give us the opportunity to go back and do a bunch of collections that we hadn't done in the previous 83 to 87. So we got some catch up to do, and we're going to do a run around. But first, let's go hand in these sets and see what we get. And this is why we love Green Gobbo's good one. So one inventory, I think we handed in 5 sets. Okay, so we have 5 Tetra Compass pieces, but we also got 30,000 chronotes, which is incredible. The fact that we have like 5 more inventories of this to hand in, which is 150,000 chronotes. So we have a ton of chronotes to work with now, and we can finally go get the auto screener, which is going to be awesome. But it will be a nice way to start both completing our research over time, which does cost a lot of chronotes, but also once we hit post 99, we're going to want to get the master archaeology outfit as well as the Madoc of Space and Time. So this will be a good way to kickstart that. So that's all the sets handed in. We do need some Armadillion yellow and a bit more of cadmium red in order to make all these Tetra Compasses. And we're going to go over to Armadillo and farm up some of that. And then obviously Zami afterwards. Level 88. Back at Crocious again. Good luck to us. We are going to be making significant progress towards the 100-hour Crocious loot video. So stay tuned for that, because at this rate, it's going to come a lot faster than we think. Another hour, another disappointment. Agility is kind of like a nice break. I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that I only really do agility on Roar now. That when I'm online and there's a Roar, which to be honest seems to be an issue where when I'm at work, Roar pops constantly. It's like 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. right when I'm like just getting into the back half of my day. It pops, and then I get home, and then it doesn't pop till 11, and by then I'm in bed. So I rarely see a Roar, and I typically only want to do this on Roar, so it's Roar, and I feel great doing agility. It's kind of fun. So we do have our double surge, which does make getting around the island a little bit nicer. And then also we do have the mobile relic active, so it's kind of fun to try and race around the island as fast as possible and trying to push yourself and ultimately just get the fastest lap time possible. So every single lap, I'm trying to get sub 6, or I'm trying to hit 6 minutes. Right now, my average is about 6:30, and I think my record is 6:20, which I know isn't great, but I'm slowly learning the quirks about running this agility course. So hopefully I'll get a little bit better. But that is 83 agility. So happy to just, be having fun with agility for once. So very happy about that. All right, so we've collected all our materials, and now what we need to do is go charge them at the obelisk here, and then it's pretty much like a clue. So if you've never done location clues, essentially from your location, each of these will have an arrow pointing north, south, east, west, or a varying degree of it. And as you run closer to the target, it moves to the exact location. The arrow starts moving more the closer you are to the actual location. So that kind of gives you a feel for how close or far away you are from it. And essentially, it's you run around Gillinor and try and find these clues. Now, each of the chests have a complete tome, 1 to 2 complete tomes, which are worth about 40k XP each. They have a ton of materials, both high and low level. And they also have a ton of high and low level relics. There is a chance to get a Dragon Madoc from these chests, but we already have 2, so that's not going to be an issue. Onyxes, I mean, we have a ton anyways, so that's going to be a nice addition to the collection. But main thing here is going to be the complete tomes as well as the materials for future archaeology. This is probably the most fun part about doing Tetras, so let's go do these 10. And there is the last one, 13 chests. I'm really excited to go open these. We need a ton of inventory space as well as bank space in order to do this. So we're going to go clean out our bank a little bit and try and free up some bank space for all of the excess artifacts that we're going to get. And then, of course, we need to clear up our inventory for all the tomes we're going to get, because hopefully we will be able to get a full level. Now, of course, we do have a chance, albeit incredibly, incredibly small, to get the key to the chest to unlock Toadie's Mattock. But let's open some chests. All right, 15 tomes. A little unlucky, to be honest, but we are going to get so much experience. I don't even care. Let's go hand these in and let's get this level. All right, you ready for this XP? 89 archaeology, which is a huge level if you don't know. Because essentially what this does is unlocks the big high war god shrine, which is the next step in completing the Red Run relics. So we will actually stop doing GGG1 and we'll go on to RRR1, which is a little better on the chronotes per set, a little bit better on the XP per set, and it's a, I mean, you also get a Tetra Compass, so that's also a win. Now, one thing you might not have noticed, because I did go through the loot pretty quickly, is the fact that we got a Armadillo Page, and dun, 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 it is the last Armadillo Page that we need for our book. Now, obviously, scriptures are a lot better than the books themselves, but we will also be able to illuminate the book, which will be a nice place in place of a combat scripture, because we do not have a combat scripture yet. So this will be our best in slot pocket item for now until we start doing some higher level PVM and get a scripture for one of the 3 bosses that give a combat scripture instead of the big scripture. So that's really exciting. So let's go see a man about a book. Hello, Mr. Eyeic. Give me the books, please, and thank you very much. I'm gonna buy an extra set for just my bank, so that way I don't have to come back here next time I want to buy all of the books. But the goal is to finish all of them. But Armadillo, very, very exciting. So that is the Armadillo Book of Law. Another set complete. That is the level 89 Zamorakian spot. I think we can finish off the painting collection for the Zamorak dude in above the Varrock Museum, which will be pretty nice, but just some more XP to do. And then, of course, we got a XP tome, so that was nice as well. I am going to go and swap over to the Bando section now, and we're going to probably camp there for quite a while. I have a ton, as you can see here, a ton of those swords to work with, so hopefully we will be able to grab a bunch of those collections, and then from there we'll we'll have to see where we go. And we are home for the next like 40 hours of our lives. So, yep, really excited to get all the collections. So we need 3 items from this per Tetra Compass that we need, much like the other sets. So we'll need about 18 of each different artifact in order to finish off the Red Room relics that we have set from the previous collections. Alrighty, so we just finished up another inventory, but we are dangerously close to a level here, so I figured I would start recording. We have an XP tome in our inventory, and I think that's going to push us over. But the exciting part about this is that soon, aka in like 10 seconds, we're going to be level 90. And level 90 brings something very, very interesting, and that is the Professor's Qualification, which opens a large amount of the store to us, but specifically, it also unlocks, as you can see, the Orthandig site. And the Orthandig site is one of the best spots for Ironman because not only some of the best XP per material, I think Dragonkin 1's not great, but Dragonkin 2 specifically is the amount of materials that you get per XP is wonderful. So that's definitely a note to have. But we also can start farming out potion fragment recipes. So we'll start doing that at some point. We'll go do that. But first things first, let's go try and get this professor's qualification. And I think all I need to do is get one more collection. Yeah, so it turns out I just needed to hand in this one thing to Tess. I had it in the bank and I just hadn't restored it. So this is going to be a nice, easy collection to finish as well. We will unlock the unlimited run energy from this. I don't think we'll ever actually use that relic. We should be able to get the notification. There it is, professor qualification. Let's go have our nice little celebration. The more exciting part that I'm looking forward to is definitely unlocking the rest of the stuff in the shop. Mr. Ezreal. So we have 194,000 chronotes to work with, which is awesome. That's all been from the Green Gobbo, Gobbins, Gibbon, I'm speaking gibberish, farming. So we unlock the Matic Precision, which is great on both levels. And then I think what I'm going to do here is I have not... And I have enough for one more upgrade. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the soil box. And the soil box is not great in the sense that soil is good. I think that the auto screener is a great option here. And I think a lot of people might be confused as to why I'm choosing this. And to explain why I'm doing this is the archaeology potion actually requires dirt. And I know I'm going to both be using it before and post 99 in order to get to higher levels for certain artifacts. So having this dirt in the inventory, not to screen it, but instead to use it for potions is very vital for me. So I'm going to keep collecting probably for about maybe another level or two. And then once we reach a certain amount, I don't really have a set number in mind, we will then proceed to swap over to the auto screener. We'll get the auto screener, and then this will make the journey much more AFK. I think I'm going to set my goals for 92. That seems like, again, halfway point. So I've put in the effort halfway, and then the back half I can relax and enjoy archaeology a little bit more. So that will be nice. Now, there's one last thing I want to do before I get back to Bandos farming, and that is just completing a whole bunch of lower level relics that are outstanding in collections. I might as well get them out of the way and then be able to just focus on higher level stuff. And there is the Zamorakian to complete at both the Sura as well as the girl at the archaeology dig site that I cannot think of her name. So I think Valencia, I think that's her name. Okay, anyways. So we're going to do the same now with Armadillo, and I think there's also a relic that we get with that one, so that's exciting. That's what I was thinking of. So the King's Mushroom Spores, which is herbs and allotments do not die on you anymore, is a great relic, 100%. If you're doing your farm runs every day and you want to get the most out of each herb, this is your relic, and I'm so excited to use it once I am either doing a lot of PVM and I'm doing herb runs on the side or whenever. Currently, I don't think I have space for it just because of all the stuff that I'll be doing. And there's going to be certain skills that when you're training them, you want a certain relic setup. But this one is a great utility. Give me that ring, Mr. Armadillo. That is Death Ward. So not only do we have Animate Dead and Tank Armor, if we want to be like stupidly tanky, we can also put Death's Ward on this, and we start taking less damage the less health we have. It's kind of like the inverse of Darox. I don't think we'll ever use it. There's a lot better PVM perks than Death's Ward, but it's definitely great if you are AFKing, so we'll see if we end up using it ever. Now, some of you may have picked up, it is Christmas time. I am getting this Christmas paper, and I don't know when I'm going to be releasing this video. So this might be incredibly far in the future, depending on how long my backlog is. Currently, about 2 months. But anyways, I've got a whole bunch of Christmas paper, and I am going to use it to potentially get a green party hat. But even better, I'm going to update my fashionscape, because some of you have been commenting that my fashionscape is a little weak. So I want to address those comments. All right, we're looking like a sexy beast. Let's go continue doing some archaeology. Continuing to hand in these relics to catch up to the base level. I totally forgot that I can go unlock the pyramid accumulator. So we are going to go to Orthan. I think I have to go to the quest area. There's like a specific thing I need to get. So it's 2 artifacts in the cosmic pyramid, which I have currently, and then we'll put them all together into the cosmic accumulator. Such a cool looking area for a place that you almost are never going to visit. Like these dragonkin and these lava test tubes, like, oh, it's an absolutely gorgeous area. But we're not here for the scenery. We are here for the artifacts. Okay, so does it give a significant increase? No. I think it's from 10 to 20%. But if we are actually focusing on the time sprite, it does give a significant bonus, or has a chance to proc and essentially give 50% more focus for a minute period of time. So definitely an item worth unlocking if you are the level, and will be a nice addition to our finishing off our grind here. First off, big shout out to my boy Eyeic for maxing. You're huge, buddy. Keep at it. You're doing awesome. Number 2, we have finished all of the artifact collection, so we are just making some artifacts, and that is level 91 archaeology. And the plan is we're going to actually go chill at Orthan for a bit. Now, the goal here is going to be collect potion recipe fragments because I want to boost at certain levels. We can't boost for ancient invention, which is at 95 archaeology, but you can boost for relics. And I think just unlocking the potion recipe pre-99 will be a nice achievement. So I'm going to work towards that. It's going to be pretty AFK, and we're going to get Rex skeletons, which, if you don't know, also kind of work like pylon batteries in the sense that you can hand them in for XP. So if we're chilling in Orthan, we're getting a little bit extra XP, and that's all right with me. I'm actually quite excited to go to Orthan and chill for a bit. All right, you know what? I can't take it anymore. I've collected enough dirt. I'm happy with it. We have unlocked the auto screener. We are just disassembling because I need organic components in order to make it. But I think we have enough for potions. You know, if I need more, we can collect more as we go. But I think I want to finish out this back half being extra AFK because I started getting a little tired paying attention to the screen and, you know, having to empty my inventory every 40 seconds. So this is going to be a nice improvement to our lives. I'm really looking forward to using this. See, now this is the life. Full inventory of porters. We get to activate the Prima artifact, and our Grace of the Elves is fully charged up. We are mad chilling for the next like 2 hours. I've got a spare pouch. You know, we're just gonna vibe out. We're gonna go watch a movie and not even pay attention. Oh, that was awesome how long we got to stay there. Like, as you can see from my inventory, we actually ran out of room within the first hour. I was like stressing over inventory management because I also totally forgot about complete tomes. We got some clues in there, and yeah, I mean, this is freaking awesome. So, and there is 92 archaeology. Getting there, we're getting there. Looks like we have to go back to Sarah for a bit and do another collection. Now that I feel like I'm actually doing Tears of Gothics a little bit more often, I just want to say thank you, Juna, for the free rune crafting XP. Not that I am against doing rune crafting at all, but pre-77, it's definitely not going to be my favorite. So hopefully it's going to be like 3-4 more weeks till 77 rune crafting. I'm also going to have to get some dungeoneering experience in there, or otherwise my Tears of Gothics is going to go to that instead. It is Saturday, and if you don't know what that means that we are going to A, be streaming, but B, we're also going to be doing a ton of Crocious. I'll keep you guys updated as to what the drops are. Nope. Mm-mm. And there is no core hammer for us. We love doing Armadillo, and for the reason of we get Howl's Torn Fragments. The way they work is that you can either spend 150 and get a random blueprint. There's 3. And if you buy randomly, you have to spend 450 total for all 3. But you don't get to choose which one. And there is a chance that if you spend 300, there is that last one that you won't get. Whereas option B, you can get 250 of them. and buy any of the ones that you want in an untradeable version. So what we're going to do is we're going to gather 250, and we get the last 50 from doing the actual mystery. We are making great progress towards that 250 mark for Ancient Invention. We're sitting on 24 right now. I think we have another like 50-ish in the bank right now, and that is the level 92 spot completed for Armadillo. We are going to swap over to Sarah for a bit now, and then we'll actually hop back over to Bandos once we've finished up both those collections. I could not, for the life of me, get this last rod. We got 4 extra vases. We needed 4 rods and 2 vases, not 6 vases and 4 rods, but here we are. That is yet another item collection complete. We are now going to hop back over to Bandos, and we did get the shields towards getting the, I think it's 112, aka we won't be doing it for a really long time, but towards that mystery. So I think that's all the shields collected so far, which is really nice. But yeah, once again, we're going to finish these up, we're going to hand them in, and then we're going to go on to the next collection. And there is 93 archaeology. Levels are slowly crawling in, but it's definitely a lot faster. XP per hour, it just doesn't feel that way because the XP curve. We've probably got about 2 weeks left of this grind before we finish it out. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, you know I preach 2 things. A, do things in increments, breaking things down and doing multiple grinds it multiple times, and not just grinding out one skill for a really long period of time and burning out is so essential when you play this game, especially if your goal is to max, which again, it should not be. Your goal should be to have fun with this game. And just to be clear, me challenging myself to this is me having fun. So don't worry about me. But I am going to swap over to doing crafting. And the second thing I preach is always do crafting or any skilling that you can do bank standing in Menopause to get rep. It's a great way just to passively get reputation if you aren't doing soul lobby every day, or if you want to slowly accumulate points to maybe work towards the quest or something. I highly recommend doing this. So what the goal is, I kind of want to get 90. I've been sitting at 87, which is kind of an ugly level, and I want to push for 90. So we're going to sit here for a couple of hours. It's a little less AFK and a little bit more focused than archaeology, but I think I'm going to throw on a movie, and we'll see you in a couple of hours. And there we are, level 90 crafting. There is quite a bit of XP gained, 1.2 million XP. We went through a nice chunk of our lower level gems, and we still have a ton of dragon stones and a ton of diamonds left over from doing... Actually, doing Vires is such a great source of rubies and as well as diamonds. So that was kind of nice to clear up the bank from that. Kind of a cool milestone, 600 total kills at Crocious, slowly creeping up in the kill count. Yet another hour without anything, but kind of a cool milestone to finish off the hour on. Another hour, another dead chest. Actually, not a bad dead chest. 18 mils, not terrible, but no core hammer. And there we go. We finally got a drop from Crocious. It is all worth it. I know I always constantly joke about not getting any drops, but you know, our persistence pays off, and that is one of the best drops we could have asked for besides from the core hammer. So that is a Crypt Bloom chest piece. So we have legs and we have the chest piece now. So we have 4 out of the 10 on the log. And that means we're going to be able to augment both our body as well as our legs in order to do some higher level bossing, which makes doing Carapac an option for us. So that's quite exciting. And hopefully we'll get one more piece of Crypt Bloom for the 3-piece buff, and then that will be all the Crypt Bloom we really need until we want to go for the full outfit. But until then, what a great addition to the log, and so happy about it. Kind of love doing the back-to-back weeklies, saving them all to the end of week of 1 week, and then doing them at the start of the next week, and then basically essentially waiting 2 weeks. But that is 75 rune crafting. Nice little milestones. I know I haven't been totally clear about this, but I have been doing some energy gathering on the side, just when I want to do something super AFK. I have my Divine-O-Matic, and I've been gathering a ton of charges, divine charges, for just the archaeology grind in general. Not that it takes up very much, but it's a nice AFK thing to do, and we're slowly building up threads, which is what we're gonna do here. So we need to go collect another round of engrams, and then that should be another level. I might have to pop into the wilderness for a bit to gather some energy, but yeah, another round of engrams. Let's do it. Totally forgot I had all this energy in the bank. I absolutely love doing engrams. It's such a nice way to finish out 95 plus. And this is going to, we're actually so close to a level just right off the bat. And there is 96 divination. Wonderful. We'll do tons of energy collecting again, and then we'll just keep doing this all the way to 99. Ending this hour a bit early. Obviously not a great chest, but it was looking to not be a great chest anyways. Just a slow group in general, so I think some people got pissed off and wanted to leave. But I think what we're gonna do is pop off here for the rest of the evening and get a good night's sleep and start tomorrow bright-eyed and bushy-tailed back on the archaeology grind. We are going to be doing some prep for the next stage of Bandos, which is starting off on green Gobbo Goodos 2. God, I struggle on that every single time. At the 94 spot, so this is going to try and bridge that gap as much as possible. We'll get over the hump, and then we'll start training at the new spot, and then hopefully get a bunch of those artifacts, and then we'll be able to restore them almost instantly rather than doing the material gathering later on. So just getting ahead of the game and trying to get as many materials as possible. Wonderful. That is 94 archaeology. Getting there a little bit closer every single day. So not even gonna lie, I just learned about this Hunter 2-tick method on the Cape, and it is so incredible. The fact that you can 2-tick on this Hunter node and get 1.2k XP every 2 ticks. But anyways, no drops. Unless this is a drop, we don't get anything. Been kind of riding that high since Crocious ends, but another hour, another chest. We have so many artifacts from doing the 94 spot that it's kind of nice to do a whole level. Like, you just farm out the artifacts, then all of a sudden you can restore all of them, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, level 94 to 95 in an instant. But that is level 95, which is huge. I cannot stress how huge this is because we unlock Ancient Invention. Now, if you don't know, Invention is like really sick, and you can get a lot of good perks from it. But with Ancient Invention, not only can you get better perks, but perks are typically easier to get. Things like Precision 6 is so easy to get on Ancient Invention, whereas with regular Invention, it's downright impossible. You can only get P5. But P5 is incredibly hard to get. So the resources that it takes to get certain things, not bad at all. And then on top of that, incredibly happy about being able to unlock that. So our number one goal is we are going to A, go do the mystery and then get the extra fragments. But B, we're also going to have to go farm out the 95 Armadillo spot in order to get more fragments and, obviously finish out that collection. So that's our next step, and hopefully we'll get some pieces rather quickly. All right, so we got about 100 more fragments to get. So I don't know what the average fragments per hour is. It doesn't seem to be any good sources online for that. But I'm going to take it that we're going to be here for maybe like 3-4 hours collecting fragments. So I don't think this is a terrible location for artifacts as well. And it'll get us some good XP. So I'm going to camp out here for the next few hours, and I'll catch you guys when I have the rest of the fragments. And our first artifact was a Grigri. So this is the artifact that we need in order to actually get into the Howl's Floating Castle and, restore everything and unlock Ancient Invention. So very happy about having this. I think we are actually going to go start the mystery because we're going to be here for a while, so might as well have it running in the background, and then research will be done approximately about the same time that we're finishing up. So hopefully that's going to pan out. So we're going to go take this Grigri, we're going to restore it, and then we're going to go head over to Howl's Castle and go up for the first time. Mystery unlocked. Cool. Let's head back to the archaeology. So we'll start this mystery, and then I think it's 3 hours. So we'll have Ancient Invention unlocked in the next 3 hours. Looks like My team finished up the back to the drawing board already. I had to leave my computer for a bit, so that's why naturally it doesn't seem like I've made very much progression since then. But that's exciting, so that means that we are fully ready to go from here. And there is the 150th fragment complete. I think I said I needed 250 earlier. I did look it up. It's actually only 200. And claiming this, we get both the Protozoa Godsword as well as the 50. So we got 200. Awesome. So we can go claim our ancient invention gizmos blueprint from the Howl's Workshop. And then we will officially unlock ancient invention in the way that we want it. Whether we get the tools or not later on afterwards, I kind of wish-washy about, but super exciting. Let's go get it. Ancient invention unlocked. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go get Hone 6. I have been working Hone 4 for a while. The 4% increase for the last couple of levels will be huge. And then once obviously the archaeology grind is over, we'll also perk out the rest of our tools with Hone 6. It's super easy to get. And we're still going to be running Prosper. I think Prosper is a great perk to have on all tools. I will say that until the day I die. So we're going to be running Hone 6 and Prosper. Let's go try and get it. Took a few attempts, but we got Hone 6. Tons of sharp components were lost in the process, but that's what I get. I probably now that I think about it, should have boosted using an Ancient Invention Potion or Extreme Invention Potion. I keep saying Ancient Invention. But that is Hone 6 officially on the device. We're going to have to make a disassembler to get it off, but now we are ready to finish out the skill. So we have tons of experience and we are just going to continue to do the highest level spot. I think it's going to be the most efficient for XP. I'm not going to focus on Tetras anymore. I think doing Tetras would actually take more time at this point, and maybe I'll do some sort of like late game grind where I do a whole bunch. Maybe I go for a single key. We'll do like 1,000 Tetras. You know me, I like to set big goals. So for now, I think we're going to continue just doing the highest level spot and fixing those up because that doesn't seem terribly bad for components and all that. So let's continue on with that plan. We have a few pieces left. We were gathering the last few materials of our Armadillo artifacts that we needed, so a decent amount of Grigris and shields left to do. So this should get us the level. And there's level 96. So at level 96, we do unlock the second deck of Orphan, which is the second component of 3 components for the Orphan 1 set. What the plan is we're going to keep camping here until we get all of the artifact potion recipe fragments. I think it's viable in the sense that the materials are all local. I think there's like one material that I have to get, and I think I have a ton of it right now. But essentially, I can validate camping here at the level 96 spot until we get all the potion fragments. I don't know if it has a higher chance on roar or not, but we're just going to keep camping here and chilling, and we'll be here for quite a bit, but we'll see how this goes. Very nice first piece after about an hour here. So that's 1 of 4 fragments. It doesn't seem to be too bad of a grind, but let's keep going and try and find the rest. We're about 5 hours into the grind right now, and no other potion recipes to be seen. I think I might have gotten a little lucky on that first piece, and I'm hoping to get a decent amount of XP. I mean, the Rex fragments in general are just going to be incredible, like 59k. Holy cow. So we're just going to keep camping here, and hopefully Roar comes up soon. Another 4 hours have gone by and still no potion recipe fragments, but that is 97 frickin' archaeology. Holy cow. We're getting there. That is unlocking the first set of Green Gobbo Goodos 2. So maybe we'll create a few sets of those, and then we'll pop back on the Orphan train after that. I know I don't really cover my AFK grinds as much, but as long as it's not relevant to maxing, I typically don't cover it, but that is 1,000 Urklade Core kills. Most of those have been 0 mech AFK. We're slowly building up tons of blue charms, tons of red crimson charms, and then to work towards 99 summoning, and then of course just some nice AFK money making and trove farming as well. There's a new cool cat in town, and its name is both Het's Oasis as well as the Tablet of Het. So essentially, I'm sure you guys will know because this was going to be published in the future, but essentially, the Tablet of Het is going to increase our drop rate at the Elder God Wars dungeon by 10%. Now, am I going to take this to Crocious and try and get a Spore Hammer? The answer is no. I am going to do with something else in the future that I'm looking forward to, which I won't quite reveal yet, but I am going to try and get this ASAP because I think getting it earlier on and then just having it in the back half of a grind before we start doing our next grind will be much, much better. So I'm going to sit here for a while. It looks like doing these flowers is going to be the most AFK thing. I don't know what the rates are. No one really has any like key information about what is the fastest way to get the Tablet of Het. It's rather interesting to me that the Tablet of Het, we've got the Het's Oasis, so I almost wonder if Het's like the last section of the Elder God Wars. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if we could get like Het as the final boss, or like some sort of entity of a god being that is taken over by an elder god or something like that. Maw's Avenger, or maybe it's like a crazy arrows. Anyways, I'm getting off point. Really cool event. We're gonna be here for a while, so catch you guys on the other side. And there we go, fragment number 10. Let's go make this tablet. It's such a nice looking item too. So now we have unlocked a 10% increased drop rate inside the Elder God Wars dungeon. I think for now, we're gonna go back to some archaeology, but maybe we will take a break and then swap back to the Elder God Wars dungeon. And there is all of the artifacts that we need to get to 99. That's kind of crazy. We're gonna restore the ones that we have, and then we're gonna finish up the rest of the material gathering afterwards, just to see how much more materials we get. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll actually swap over to the 98 spot for, I believe it's Armadillo, and then that way we'll have the materials and have to do less resource gathering, just as a long-term plan. But very exciting that we are on the verge of getting 99 archaeology. 98 archaeology, almost there. All right, so I think the plan, we're gonna swap over afterwards again, but essentially what we're gonna do is we're just gonna finish up these last couple of anchors because that's what we need in order to finish off a bunch of Green Goblin 2 sets, and then we'll rotate over to Armadillo afterwards. But let's go collect our chronotes and free Tetra compasses. Yet again, 165,000 chronotes. I think that does put us right around the amount that we need for our first couple of sets of Master Archaeology outfit, which is quite exciting. Let's go head over to Arma and finish this skill off. I also totally forgot there is the Zambi spot, which we are able to pick up a few pieces, which are going to be really nice because level 98 is Persistent Rage, which means our adrenaline will never drain. So that is yet another relic that we have completed. So those last two spots didn't quite as push us over the hump. We still have quite a bit of XP left to go, and it's Roar, so I figured might as well do some Orphan 2 while we're here. And crazy enough, we are now sitting on 2 pieces of the recipe fragment. We got one as soon as we got here, so hopefully we will get some more. Maybe there's a higher chance on Roar. And there it is, within 40 minutes of each other, we got 3 recipe fragments. Definitely do this on Roar. I think there's a higher chance. I would highly recommend doing it on Roar and save yourself some time. But that is that complete. We can now boost post 99, which is going to be great for both making the Orphan Furnace Core as well as the Artificer's Measure. So that is really, really exciting to have done. I have tons of material to finish off these artifacts. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go hand in all these artifacts and let's go max out this skill. And holy cow, not only did we get 4, we got 5. So evidently do this on Roar. And friends, with this last artifact, there is 99 archaeology. It has been, I mean, it's a long skill. It's a long but easy skill, and I think we put in some good hours over the past couple of weeks trying to finish this off, and I think the perks, both in the combat as well as skilling side, are going to be huge for this account, and I'm so happy to have this. We have Ancient Invention unlocked now. We have relics in particular areas like in rune crafting, like in combat, like with mobile. So all these things are so good for the account. It's always such a great feeling to get another 99 down on the belt. And man, does this cape look ever great. We have the pet, we have the cape, and now we are mad chilling on the archaeology side of things. What a journey. I wonder what we will do next.